This episode of TV Nerds is brought to you by Cool Comics and Games. You'll get all your games and comics there. I promise you, you will not regret it. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, I swear to God, I would demolish you. Not really, but please get your games and comics there. It'll be great. If you don't go there, I swear to God, I will find you.
Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Hello, internet world.
Internet world.
That was a real good introduction.
The internet.
Of course.
Hello to the internet. Very harsh place, but very awesome place too.
I mean, the lobby was pretty harsh back when 360 dropped. I mean,
Man, all you had was a bunch.
Shit.
All you had was a bunch of like 7-year-olds saying nigger. That's all. That's all
Bro.
you had. All the fuck you had.
Bro.
Shit.
Bro, people calling me fucking gay, telling me they're gonna fuck my mom. Like, bro, I was like 14 years old.
Yo,
What the fuck
when
you telling me
people
go
tell
fuck
me,
my
they're
mom
like,
for?
Now talking about,
I'm a
I'm gonna
mom.
find you. Like, oh,
Right.
where you at? Oh, I'm here. Like, I'm right across the street. Come
yo,
on.
I'm a mom. I'm a mom. And,
And
when,
yet-
and when
and
I
yet-
see other parents be like, "Oh, don't curse in front of my child," I'm like, "Your child knows more than you
Right.
think."
Right.
They're on They have an
have no
Xbox,
idea.
right? They have
And your
they
child's
don't-
racist too.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Xbox 360 lobbies are hell on earth, literally.
They have an Xbox, right? All right, then they're cursing. I'm sorry. They're cursing if they got
Yeah,
an Xbox
PS4 is a
Live.
bit more nice.
It's like, and they're
Or
testing out their curse
PlayStation in general
words.
is more nicer.
We tough
Yeah,
is what
that-
you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Xbox report tough?
It's because the community on Xbox is real competitive. Let's face it. It's Microsoft. It's PC people. Let's just face it.
This is
It,
a-
it's
this is
just
a
it's just
Coke or
Xbox
Pepsi
is very online. So when you're exposed to the online
It's competitive.
community,
Yeah, Microsoft
it's
has
very
like,
harsh.
centered everything
Yeah.
around like online play. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, speaking of games, man, I mean,
The Last of Us 2.
yes,
Yes,
like
we gotta talk
recently
about
that
it.
game came out. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I've copped it. I played most of it. Practically, I think I might be almost done playing.
No spoilers,
Done with the
please.
Not gonna do no spoilers, just the overall. But in my opinion, I think the game like it definitely raised the bar when it came to when it came to the franchise. Like if they did add a third installment, it's gonna take years before we get it. Before we get it, they're
I don't
gonna
even think-
they might end up pulling like a Kingdom Hearts 3 on us. Hopefully not, but
Right.
yeah.
Like, the way I see it, like, The Last of Us, the first, like, Naughty Dog, first of all, like, they made Crash, Jack and Daxter. They made Uncharted.
Oh,
and now
yeah,
they
for
got
sure.
The Last of Us and now The
Yeah.
Last of Us 2.
And Watch Dogs. Wait,
You know,
is
yeah.
Watch Dogs
No,
is
no,
on.
no, no,
No,
no,
no,
Oh,
no,
no,
I don't
okay.
think so.
No, Naughty Dog. But, and I was researching them, and they started off in the 80s, and their first game was a math game because they were called Jam Studios.
You gotta
and
start
then
somewhere.
they had went in and made a math game first, and I'm like, yo, y'all boys debuted as mathematicians, and so I was looking into like, yo, if you look into
Educating them.
how math affects the brain and what it's good
Yeah.
for, if you think about their like career in making video games to now, bro, like The Last of Us 2. We all should have seen it coming, yo.
Yeah.
Like, them boys are mathematical
just-
geniuses
when
with
you
these
know what?
video
The
games.
biggest thing
yo.
that I
Sure.
heard about this shit, with it being a late release for a PlayStation 4 game, like you gotta expect the graphics have to be on par.
Bruh.
So like I heard,
And
bro,
the fact that
I-
it was delayed,
I-
not even just because of the
yeah.
coronavirus, it was just
Bro,
delayed.
I watched a review on this game from a PC gamer, and he even said that the fucking graphics on this thing are spectacular.
Stunt.
One up for Sony.
So
That's true.
I mean, shit. dude.
My
Yeah,
man
Sony,
literally, he
but-
told me he's been waiting for the second part for years, and he's like,
7
that's
years.
why he's getting
Yes,
that's why he's getting the new
7 years.
PS5 for a lot of reasons.
Ooh.
That's one of them.
I mean,
We're
I
getting
mean,
got-
both consoles. We're
That's
getting
why I'm
both
waiting. That's why
Y'all,
I'm
consoles.
waiting to play it.
y'all lucky. Y'all rich enough to do that. Like,
I am not rich.
I
It's called saving. It's called being at home,
Alex,
locked
I
up
gotta
at the
get your
house,
money.
not
Nah,
spending
it's
money.
Look, I ain't
Nah,
doing
there's
shit
a
anyways
difference.
now.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I
'Cause-
hear someone say, I got both consoles, I'm like, things stay the
Nah,
fuck
but
out the
look,
conversation.
But
like,
no,
the
but hold
fuck?
up, but hold up. Here's the thing
We having
that
a debate right now.
I want
You
people
don't
to
need
know,
shit.
just because and I live in Naples, but I also lived in Lake County. Like I said, I lived in fucking the trailer parks in fucking Davie. I lived everywhere. It's just about saving. I just learned that money is not forever. So my thing is, I'm a saver. I'm the type of person that's like, can I spend it on this or can I just leave it in my bank account, and I'm
Yeah.
the type that's like, I'm just gonna
Right.
leave it in my bank account. I don't
I
have any.
disagree.
I just save. It's months until I get it, so I'm
Well, I
gonna
don't
save for
disagree.
it.
I-
And
I
I'm
look
also
at
a
it
hustler.
different. You're also budgeting,
I have
too.
five, and
You
I also
gotta
have
budget,
5
too.
different
I
hustles.
have an issue of like
I do photography.
being such
I do
a
hair.
fucking
I do
rebel
this.
to society. So like,
Got
I don't
to.
really give money the value that a lot of people do. So like, a lot of the time, I fuck myself over with saving money because I'm not gonna fucking die with fucking money. So I might as well fucking spend it. I could die tomorrow. And
No,
what if
yeah.
I
I
mean,
have?
but then
what if I
again,
have
like,
my
hold
whole
on,
Don't get me
hold on,
wrong.
hold on, but hold on.
Let me
Hold on.
let me give a
just
different
saying.
spin on it because I'm a
Yeah,
tattooer.
let's hear
So
you.
like how I view money is completely different. You know, like I literally sit down and I'm like, yo, I'll draw something and then I put a price tag on it, but the amount of time that I put in it will affect the price
Yeah.
of it.
Yo,
course.
So it's
Of
like
course,
now
of course. That's
I
obvious.
have to
Yeah.
but now
That's
I
obvious
have
business
to
talk.
but it's like the income obviously isn't static. It's not gonna come in consistently. So it's like the question is, how do you budget that? Is it per tattoo? Do you sit on it and save a week?
How big is
so
it?
But
it's
I'm with you.
kinda, like,
I'm
it's
with you
kinda
because I
different,
don't
you
get
know what
paid
I
an
mean?
hourly salary. I don't get paid hourly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
paid. I'm like him. I have like 5 different hustles. Every single hustle that I do is off commission or off
Right,
like
right.
by the hustle.
Sales.
So I have to.
So it's like the harder you work, the more money you're gonna get.
It's
It's
not
not
sales.
even
It's
about
pretty
working harder.
much,
It's
that's how it
I said
is.
it earlier. It's about working smarter, not harder. So for me, it's about learning a skill that can gain you the money. But you also, don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but it's also about knowing your price, knowing your worth. So what I do is like, if people think it's easy, but I'm like, if I can have, like, for example, I'll go into work, and if I have 0 clients that day, I make 0 money, and I have to be there, and I have to clean, I have to do shit. So people don't understand that when it comes to commission work.
You still gotta
I
spend that
don't
money
know.
too. You still gotta
I
spend
don't
money
know
to do
what
all
I
that.
make because I'm sitting there every day looking at like, oh my God, do I have enough to pay my bills?
Yeah.
So people don't know that about me. So that's why I take the extra step to fucking hustle. I have like 5, 6 different
Yeah,
hustles.
we pretty much do the same thing. We
And
pretty
so
much
it's
do
not
the
about
same
being
thing.
I mean,
rich.
when,
It's just when you do that, when you work off
allocating.
commission, you don't
I had-
have, every 2 weeks I'm going to get this much.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
don't know.
I had
So you have
one-
to save it.
I had one job where I worked. It was just based purely off commission. Because so because every other job that I've had has been commission, but I have that hourly too.
Yeah.
So like it's been kind of lenient. But when I did door-to-door sales, like I did that for a little bit, and then I went from being the lead generator to being the salesperson.
Okay.
And that shit was a lot fucking different because I wasn't making no fucking hourly paycheck.
Yeah,
I
you
made
didn't
that
have
shit
nothing
for
to
like
fall
the
back
first.
on.
Yeah, I made that shit for like the first week of training, and that's it. They cut me off on the fucking hourly shit, and they were like, "All right, go out there and fucking
That's
sell
it.
windows."
And if you don't sell nothing, you're broke.
Yeah.
And that's the thing people don't understand. There are times where don't get me wrong, I get my bills paid. I got my bills paid, but I might be broke as in like, damn, I can't go out, I can't do this. So then like because I've lived my entire life like that, working on commission, solely on commission, no hourly income, solely on commission, I have to save.
Yeah.
So that's why there's different perspectives
That's
to
true.
it. So
Right.
that's why
That's
when
true.
I say, oh damn, I got this, is because I worked my ass off to get it, not
Yo,
because
no.
I'm like making bank. It's just
Yeah.
I happen to save for it.
I want to
I mean,
bring
I
it
ain't
back.
judging
but
nothing,
I
I'm
want to
just
bring
saying,
it back. I
like-
want to
You're
bring
good,
it
you're
back.
good. You're
I'm
good.
saying-
I just
Yo,
wanted,
but-
I'm just
I
saying,
just
like,
wanted to
usually-
clarify because there are people that really do think like that, like, oh, because
Yeah.
they got this car, because they got this house, because they got that. You know, people do that.
well, even
But-
people that get
But
paid
my whole
hourly,
thing is just like when it
shouldn't
comes to
depend on
people
that.
who like say they got both consoles, I'm just like, because most of the people I met who got both consoles, they either come from money or their parents just buying wherever the fuck they want.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel
I
you.
don't
Oh,
think
shit.
that. I don't think that at
To-
all.
I'm not.
bro.
Well,
I'm
no.
just saying.
You
Some
never
of,
know.
from
He's
my
right, he's
experience,
right, he's
from my
half right.
experience, that's
He's
how it
half
is.
That's
right.
how
I
it
see.
is.
I just
He's
got a
half
girlfriend.
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's
I
half
bought her
right.
console. She bought me the other console in return. That's
Yo.
it. That's how it worked.
But
you know
he's
what
half
I'm
right,
That's
though.
love right there.
Yeah, for
saying? So that's what happened.
he's half right though. Like some people that do have, they're like coming from Naples, both sides. I see, there are people that like their mommy and daddy buy them everything. But then there's some people that just work for it. I know people that have all these things, and when you look at their situation, they just work their ass off. But then other people, they're like, oh, I got this and this and that, but they don't take care of it because
Yeah.
mommy and daddy bought them everything.
So it's like perspective, yo, and that's one thing. And I
Yeah.
wanted to like tie it into like the next topic, which was that whole NASCAR news shit, bro. If I was a NASCAR cat, like me personally, with like my interests and tastes, if I were to like walk up to my NASCAR and I see like a rope pulley, Like and they're in NASCAR hangars, bro. Like
They
they're
are.
there, bro. They did a whole investigation, 1400
And they said
something.
that, and they said that
And
little
then-
news
and
thing
I-
was
and
there
then-
since
Bro,
last year.
Right,
Like,
since October or something. I'm like, bro, if I would have walked and saw that news, I would have been like, dope. And like I feel like whenever we talk about Black Lives Matter though, bro, like I feel like some black folks overstep, bro. Don't speak for all black folks because my life lovely, bro. I ain't seen no police problems. I ain't seen none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So it's
still,
like
we
I feel like sometimes like we shouldn't subject ourselves to bullshit like that because we've come so far. And racism is being treated more serious than the coronavirus, bro. They launched a full ass investigation immediately.
Yeah.
So like I feel like we looking at the wrong thing.
I mean, now with the height and where this whole thing is going now, a company like NASCAR, they can't just let this shit blow over.
Oh no.
As soon as someone complains about it, like
Oh, yeah.
you,
No.
like you
when
can't.
when you own
So
a when you
obviously
own
they
a
do.
S corp, C corp, when you own any type of LLC, any company, you're liable. Even though you didn't do it, even though it was somebody underneath you,
Yeah.
you have to.
You have to take
to
responsibility for it
to-
because you are the fucking owner of the company.
Right.
Exactly.
You have
So
to
y'all
take
j-
responsibility.
right.
It's like Papa John's. Papa John said some racist ass shit. And when he went on fire for it, guess what he did? Well, I'm gonna donate to a black college or a black. So just to look, you know,
That's how
some people
serious
do
they
that. They
taking
just
racism.
At
just
the
to
end of
put
the
a
day,
band-aid
they-
on what the fuck they
they
did.
have
But that's
to
just
do
what
it.
I'm saying. That's exactly what they're doing. They treat racism that serious. You know what I mean? So I feel like at the end of the day, like when do we draw? Like how do we draw the line between like what
So-
we take as offensive to us versus what's in the common reality
What
offensive?
I'm-
Because
what
that a noose hanging ain't offensive at all. You know, it's just you subject yourself to that.
I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here because it's kind of
Uh-huh.
a conspiracy theory, and it's not something I really dabble into because I really don't give a fuck about conspiracy
Man,
theories.
throw
Trust
it
me,
out
because
there.
it's not facts. It's really not. We don't know shit. We're
Yeah.
all ignorant in this
It's
world.
just a theory.
We're all ignorant.
It's a
Let's
theory.
throw it against the wall
That's
and see what
true.
sticks.
So all I'm saying is, it's kind of weird how we went from the coronavirus, everybody worried
Exactly.
about their health, everybody coming
Exactly,
together,
bro.
Coming together,
Exactly,
for sure.
bro. Exactly,
to-
bro.
to we hating our law enforcement, hating the president, which actually we've been hating the
We've been
president.
hating this president since he got in office.
Exactly.
Like,
So-
come on now.
Everybody
so that-
hates every president.
that's-
I'm an
that's-
independent. I'm
So
not a
even
Demo- you
even
know.
people who I mean, and Obama
Hold on,
was
what-
like had the
what
biggest
point,
approval.
What point are you trying to make?
So my point is, how do you create a new world order? And it's a topic I've already brought up. Is
He
you
brings
have
it
to-
up for the past 3 episodes. He's brought up New World Order.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
I gotta hear him
I'm
out.
telling
Yeah.
you, because it's shit that's going on right now, and it's like they literally, you have to make the people hate their leader. We already fucking hate our leader. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try to
The thing is
fucking
that
prove us wrong. Like we already hate the dude.
But with us, with being a democracy, it's like we got to deal with this man until
Y'all
we
been
get
talking
voted
about
out.
this for 3
Yeah.
weeks. Let me jump in
And
on this
go
because I
ahead,
can bring
go
some
ahead.
a new perspective on it.
All
Now
right.
look,
All right, go.
under quarantine, $4 trillion have been moved around. Now America has a $1 trillion deficit, and we
Right.
acting like that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So $4 trillion could totally affect the global economy. We all agree on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why is it that everybody building up all of these hospitals and houses and hotels like their lives depend on it, like they're running for their life, bro? I'm telling you, it's too much money being thrown around, and
Yeah.
the redistribution of wealth is how you level this shit out, pay off your
Mm-hmm.
debts, and we're gonna slowly take over because America, we're too sensitive. We're not used to seeing like bloodshed out in the streets like that. I mean, come on, versus Swat Valley where Malala Yousafzai comes, she got shot in the face. So like we don't see that. So the best way to take over a country is slowly.
They're
by
trying to-
starting by hating the leaders.
They're
like you're talking about.
they're trying to make people fucking take themselves out. The frontliners, the first responders, the people that are out there right now, those are the people that are hoping they're gonna take themselves out. Why? Because now they got nobody else to fucking worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's out there protesting and shit, those are the people they're trying to take out. You know what I'm saying?
Because right
Like-
now they got the loudest voices.
Exactly.
Not at all. They got the quietest
No.
voices.
Here's the thing.
You
Here's
don't
the
hear
thing.
what
I mean,
people
locally,
Have you noticed-
locally,
have you noticed
locally they got the loudest voices.
No, not at all.
Have you noticed that anybody that speaks,
disagree.
Anybody that says coronavirus is a hoax, fuck coronavirus, it's not real, whatever, my rights, they're all Republican, right? And then the people that are really scared and like, oh my God, we gotta wear a mask, we gotta, they're all Democrat. Have you noticed that they're still trying to pull that two-party system on us in that
Well,
way?
bipartisan.
Have
Well,
you
let's
just
be
noticed
honest.
that? Yes,
Let's
that,
be
but
honest, because
it's
this is
true.
something that our history has forgotten. More black people funded the
But-
Republican Party than the Democrats. The Democrats have gone against every fucking civil rights act.
I was gonna say
The
that
Democrats have gone against every
Yep.
civil rights act.
And
Yep.
it flipped.
But
They
and-
owned
and
more
it flipped.
more slaves than the Republicans.
And over
Sorry,
years,
guys.
and
I
over
know we're
years,
TV
and over-
nerds,
and
but
over
we
years
have to
that
talk
flipped.
about this
But
issue.
it's
We
Over
have
years,
to.
that's
I'm
flipped.
sorry.
It's
It's flipped over the years
Yeah.
though.
So who like I mean who
But
are
the
thing
Democrats
is-
still ain't giving a
defending?
fuck about us.
But it's
Exactly,
like
they
that-
don't.
that-
They
but-
don't.
But
No,
the,
they
the
don't.
fact
They
that we're
don't.
talking about the
Nobody does.
bipartisanship shit, the best way, like, yo, it's all about conquest, yo. It's all about conquest, divide
Yeah.
and conquer.
Mhm.
So it's always Coke, Pepsi. It's always Xbox 360, PS4.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be that Republican Democrat. It's
Yeah.
not. That's not the point at all. Black lives matter, blue lives matter, red lives matter, white lives matter. That's not the point at all. Look at where the money's going.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened with Pablo Escobar? They didn't. Women were dying, having all of that coke in their belly, and they pregnant, dying
Yeah.
left, right. Nobody cared. Reagan didn't care. But once that money, once he saw them bees being pushed around, oh well, we got to tie this shit to communism so we can get that bread.
Yeah.
This a money game. Like fuck
Yeah.
all of that shit,
In
bro.
fact,
We moving
To
trillions
add to
of
that,
dollars.
And
Reagan,
plus we're such
Reagan
a
was
money,
a
though.
Democrat.
Yeah, 'cause we're such a
Reagan was a
capitalist country.
He's
Democrat.
Republican.
Yeah.
No, he was a Democrat, and then the Democrats didn't want him. So then he ran as Republican. That's how he won. So this is telling you that even same thing with Donald Trump. What was he? A Democrat, and now he's a Republican.
Yeah, he
it
had
tells
it.
you that you have to switch parties to, and it's that bipartisan, like you mentioned. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it again. So basically, you have people that just because you are in a certain party, even though you might have some points, they're going to disagree with you. And this is what's happening with America. And this is why we need to delete this two-party system and just go with whoever the fuck is right and whoever the
Yeah.
fuck, you know.
And you know what?
Nah,
But
I
I
now
think
I'm
the
a-
best
That's
example
another
of how
can of
that
worms.
was, the best example of how that can actually work was the way the Democrats have been trying to run their whole campaign. Like you
Yeah.
see all them people running for the Democratic Party, and it's just like
all
whoever
just-
survives.
But, like,
That's how I feel like the
I feel like we
presidential
got to
election
get off
has to be.
politics. We got to get
And
off
you know- and-
politics.
and you know
The
what-
presidential
I know, I
election
know.
We got to get
has
off
be
politics.
like
We're
that.
'Cause I'm
TV nerds.
finna be like, yo, we got to.
And you know what's crazy?
No
I'm
point.
gonna just say this one thing is like I hate the kind of persona that Trump has. Like I couldn't.
See,
I
we got to
don't
get
like-
off politics
whoa,
because
whoa,
I
whoa.
love his persona.
Whoa. I
I
don't
don't love his
like him as a.
Yo,
It depends. It depends on how you take him. But like as a person, I just don't like him because he's a little bit too much like people I don't like. Like he's a little bit too greedy for my liking.
He's
But-
greedy and ignorant.
but-
I mean,
He is.
But
But
let me just
Extremely
put it this
ignorant.
way: he's the only fucking president that isn't getting paid by the government.
type shit.
He don't
He's-
get paid by the government. He said no to a check from the government for being president.
I mean,
The
one thing
Congress
I'll give
cannot
him-
But then
control
one
again,
his
thing
but
I'll
then
give
again,
him-
like that's kind of illegal too because as a president, you can't
but
have.
that's why they
you can't
hate him.
have side businesses.
That's
as
why
a
they
president.
get off
I'm not-
that's why
You
they
listen.
can't
hate
have
him.
side businesses
I
That's
when
do
you're
why
not
they
president.
want him
like.
out.
I do not like him as a person, but I will say, he's the only person that's putting pedophiles, which I've always fucking been very, fucking passionate about. He's the only person putting pedophiles where they fucking need to go. I'm sorry, he's the only one chasing down
Hey,
fucking
look, we
pedophiles.
had
Even
Trump
though he is a
songs in
pedophile
hip-hop.
himself.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
sorry,
gonna
he's a
say,
pedophile
like-
himself.
President.
He is a pedophile himself.
Okay.
But I don't
Anonymous
know. I
disclosed that
don't
he's
know
a
what it
pedophile,
is.
too.
If he's just trying to like snitch
I'd like to talk about
keep myself
the
innocent,
Avengers
whatever.
game
But
instead
whatever.
of politics.
Anyways,
and
yeah, let's
pedophilia.
I'm just
change the
saying.
Like
subject.
it went
Let's
dark.
change
It's
the subject.
TV nerds and it
Hold
went
up,
dark.
hold up.
Pedophilia,
I'm just saying,
like
man.
But hold up.
politics.
Since we're
Sway
talking-
Lee had a
since
song said
But just to be clear,
going
no,
up like
fuck
Trump.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody
Trump.
had a Trump song
Fuck Trump.
before he was
But-
president.
But
But
Doesn't
yo,
that seem kind of weird?
I'm really
Doesn't that
excited
seem kind of
Half and
weird?
half.
to
But
play
let's
as
go
the
on.
Incredible Hulk on this Avengers
let's move
game.
on. Let's
That
move on.
seems
We're
kinda
getting
weird
too
to me.
political.
Since we're talking about like
We're
you
getting
know
too political.
between
Let's
the,
move on.
you know versus all this shit. When we talk about Last of Us 2, like the big thing that's come up is like the difference between people who are rather gonna speed through the game, try to beat the game as fast as they can, just beat the game, whatever, and people who want to 100% it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like people who want to get every trophy, 100, get the platinum.
It's like
get the
grind
platinum
as you
trophy. Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
grind every
Mhm.
you do all the side quests
But
before the
that's-
main quests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
Depends
with
on the
with
game,
Last
though.
of Us 2, there's no real side quest. It's just the story, but
Yeah.
every story, like every inch of the map or whatever, just as you walk through it,
Different shit.
there's different stuff you can find, different ammo, different collectibles.
And if you
so-
play
I
The
can't
Last
really-
of
I
Us 1,
can't
you
really-
really
yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
look for fucking ammo. Like, I'm not
For
playing,
sure.
bro. You do not want to waste ammo.
I
in that
literally-
I
fucking
can't
game.
really speak on
hold
that.
on,
I haven't played.
But hold
Oh,
on.
man.
Bro,
And
I haven't
this
either.
is not a- this-
I haven't
It's-
either.
This is not
intense.
this is not a.
It's intense.
a spoiler or nothing, but there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of the game where like, I don't know if you guys played it, but like, there was this one part of I gotta go against these two fucking people with fucking big ass axes. I only got 2 revolver bullets, two regular pistol bullets, and four like rifle bullets.
That's how they do it.
And just a freaking bottle to distract them or throw at them, and two grenades.
Is this the first one or the second one you're talking about?
Second one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I saw that they tried to like do more Uncharted type gameplay and
I wouldn't
Well, it is by Naughty
make it a
Dog,
little more
so-
fluid. Yeah, it's not.
It's
but
got
you
that
gotta,
I'm
you
not-
gotta,
I'm
cinematic
not gonna
look
lie,
to
like,
it.
yeah.
It is a
really
little bit
dope.
more like cinematic, but I wouldn't compare it to Uncharted.
But
I like
I mean,
cinematic.
I love Square Enix when it comes to cinematography and gameplay,
True
interactive
that.
cinematography. That's why I'm kind of excited.
Amen
I know
to
I'm
that.
changing the subject, but with this Marvel game, bro, like I love Square Enix, dog. Everything that they do, bro. Everything that they do.
Which
so,
Marvel
like,
game?
The
this
Marvel
new
game
one,
that's coming
the
out.
Avengers,
Oh, the
dog.
Avengers
Yeah.
one. That's
Oh,
coming
wait,
Yeah,
out.
the
can
Marvel
we,
Avengers.
before
That's
we
right.
so the
That's
Last
one
of
that I'm
Us
looking
2,
forward to.
HBO wants to make a live action show.
Bruh.
of
Oh
Us.
my god.
Yeah,
That's
Last
that.
of Us.
Really?
Bro,
Definitely suspenseful
yeah.
horror. Like yo,
Alright, so
I'm-
I'm
HBO?
gonna say-
I just hope it doesn't become another like what's the zombie show?
Oh,
the
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Walking Dead.
another
I've
Walking
never,
Dead.
Well, look,
yeah,
look.
never got into it. But
I'ma just say
hope
this.
it doesn't become another Walking Dead.
They made The Witcher
True.
from a game into a really good fucking
But that
show.
was Netflix.
Nope.
I
That was
haven't
Netflix.
seen
I
that
haven't
movie.
seen it.
I
know.
Netflix
Good
is so
still.
good
That
with
movie's
doing
so
that.
good.
But
I haven't
not-
The
seen
show.
it. The Witcher, I haven't seen it, but
You
I've
have
played.
to.
I've played it.
It's a
the
dope
game
ass
is
show.
good, right?
Yeah.
It's a good
Like
show.
the cat who plays as Superman plays as Gerald the
Yeah.
Rivia, right?
Bro, the
Like,
guy's a savage.
Yo,
He just
word?
goes in there and
God.
starts
He
fucking
is.
girls, and he's like, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
You don't
Yeah,
even.
he's a fucking
You know
savage,
when you
bro.
you know when you can
Gang,
you know
gang,
you can be a
bro.
really good method
story's not the
actor
same as
when
the
you can forget that
different
that
story.
person was played by another character.
But it's
You're a
good.
good method actor when you when you're not sitting there like, oh, this person played this, and you can't get out of that character. You can really say, damn, he is the Witcher. He is not
Yeah.
Superman. He's the Witcher.
if-
Like that's
Yo,
a good method.
don't you think
know.
method acting is kind of scary though? Like how people be like losing
yeah, it
their
is.
mind and killing
It is.
themselves and shit about that.
Well,
In a way, yeah. In a way, it can be. It can be like Michael.
Heath
Oh my
Ledger.
God. No, not
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
He Ledger overdosed.
God,
yeah.
my
Oh,
ADD.
yeah. But I mean, still, he
Michael,
was, I
the
feel like
one who
he
played
was trying
Batman.
to play that
Michael.
part.
Christian
Oh.
Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian
Bale.
Yeah, why did I say Michael Bay? I'm thinking.
I was like Michael Bublé.
Oh, that's a freaking. That's
yeah,
director.
Christian Bale. Yeah,
Sorry,
he's a
my
scary
mind.
method actor,
But
yeah.
yes, Christian Bale is an amazing method actor.
He really is.
But it's also scary what he did to lose weight, to get fat, to get fit, to get like this,
Yeah.
to
Like that
with
one,
the
like that,
Machinist, that
yeah,
movie?
that one movie where he had,
or the
he
Ferrari
lost so much
versus
Where he was the
weight.
Insomniac?
Oh,
Yeah, and
shit.
he
Ford
lost
versus
so much
Ferrari.
weight
He was an
and
American
just-
Psycho.
yo, like-
and Ford versus Ferrari. He got really like he didn't get skinny for
And
that
then
part,
for
but
the
he
ne-
looks
then for the
really
next
skinny.
movie,
Yeah, I must
Wow,
say,
really?
He
I
had to get big.
honestly,
Yeah.
if he's a method actor, I
He is a
honestly want
method
to know.
actor. He is
I
a
honestly
method
want to know
actor.
what the fuck he went through to make American Psycho, because that shit was fucking
Yo, what?
crazy.
Dedication.
That shit was fucking
Dedication.
crazy.
Mm.
Yo, yeah. He's just watching himself in the mirror like,
Then
yeah.
he chases her with a chainsaw and then spirals it down the stairs.
Duh.
And then he drops it and it hits her and he's like, nah.
But yo, hold on. Let's go
Bruh.
back to the last
Savage.
discussion we were talking about. Like, what kind of a game are you? You more like you like to finish finish like the main story and just whatever,
So-
or do you like to 100% things?
All right, so it depends on the game, and it also depends on if it's my first time playing it. So if it's my first time playing it, I'm a gamer, so I like to savor every inch of it. If it's an RPG, if it's an RPG, I'm looking through everything. I'm fucking
Same.
trying to find everything. I'm looking through every little fucking
Preach.
inch of dirt that I could fucking find.
That's what I've been
Church.
doing with The
You know
Last
what
of
I'm
Us
saying?
too.
So-
Church.
Like,
Church.
I feel like you're not gonna get the whole experience of Last of Us 2
Yeah.
if you don't try to 100% it.
Yeah.
Dig in it.
If you don't,
Yeah. Like,
And the game
Because
is
if you're
so
not,
detailed.
because if you're not, because if
everything,
you're
yeah.
not careful, you're gonna miss some ammo. You're gonna
The
miss
game
something.
is so
Type shit, yeah.
detailed.
You're gonna miss
that
some type of material to make actual weapons. So
It's like so in Last of Us, it's not even grinding. It's like foraging type shit. Like it's better.
it
to
is
like
about.
explore the
It is
forage.
better to
Yeah.
explore. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
because there's not any side quest, so it's not
Yeah.
an RPG per se. It's more.
So once you
like,
go through a
know,
level,
it's
that's
just
it.
story
There's
based.
no going
survival,
back.
straight
It's
survival.
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
open world type of vibe.
Open world survival. Yeah, I got the first one downloaded on the PlayStation. I played like 10 minutes of it, fell in love, and never played it again.
Bro,
So like I flagged.
Damn.
Yo, listen, it's a short ass game. I was surprised. I
The
beat it
first
up-
one.
bro. Yeah,
I think
first
the
one-
second one I think is long.
Yeah,
the second one is
the
kinda-
first one.
Especially
I'm gonna
towards
tell
the
you right
end.
now. I
Yeah.
played it for
Plot
5
twist.
hours one day. Next time I played it, I beat it within like
Was it
8
your day
hours.
off or was it like you
Yeah,
came out?
it was a day off. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
But
beat it
since
within 8
since we're
hours.
still on this topic, like I saw
I was
like
surprised. I was like,
I
fuck,
saw
this is the
on
end of it?
I
was
saw on
pissed.
IGN that I think the shortest time it took for someone to beat the game was like 25 hours, something like that.
That's probably like
Wow.
a speedster.
Yeah.
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 But and the longest it took someone was like about and like they 100% and everything was like 60. About 60 hours, 60
got-
plus
I mean,
hours.
But that's good though,
I
because
got
that's
that.
like
Yeah, but
wake up
that's
playing,
like-
go to
I got
sleep,
that
wake up
exactly.
playing. So
That-
like
that's
that's
like
still a
I'm
good
gonna
one.
get like 3
I got
hours
that
of
deluxe
sleep.
edition or whatever, so I
Type
got
of
that
people,
DLC,
like,
that Left Behind DLC, and I
I'm
played
good.
that too.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Left behind.
And that's really where
Yeah,
you
which
get
is-
the
You-
left
you-
behind.
you
The left
play- you play
behind.
as Ellie, which is
And
the
that's
main
also
character
where
in
they
this one
kind of
and the new
introduce
one.
her sexuality as well.
Yeah.
Which I want to get into. Like, I think when it came to like the mixed reviews of the game, I think that's probably one reason why people were dissing it, because you really get to see like her sexuality in this game
Right.
and her being, gay.
I mean, honestly, I'm all fucking for it, bro. In Horizon, back before that, we fucking had what was it? Samus. That was a female. Whether y'all know it or not, Samus was a fucking female, and you got to play in that game as a fucking female
By
character.
the way, we're still in we keep forgetting, but it's still Pride Month. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so happy for
So
this.
here we go, and Last of Us
I'm-
released this fucking
As
month.
a
There you
bisexual,
go.
I'm very happy about this. I'm
So,
very happy that
I
they're
mean,
like bringing out
Ellie-
more
Ellie
characters.
playing a lesbian character didn't really throw me off too much, but
But this is kind of weird because like I think it's also like it's exploring like her like as a teenage years, because in the
Yeah.
first one
Well, yeah.
she's young, so
She's
it's like
Yeah.
you don't
It's showing
you're not
her
gonna
growing
really
up.
you're
But
not
in
really
Left-
gonna
but in
care if
Left
she's gay or
Behind-
not, and like she probably doesn't even know if she is, but
But
in the
Left
second
Behind, it
one
went
she's
back.
she's much older, and everything that goes on.
so
Like
she definitely knows she's lesbian.
they tackle a lot of different like serious like issues in the game where it's like, what if we were in like an apocalyptic world, we were trying to survive, and then boom, someone's pregnant.
I just want to be the bad
Like,
guy and
yo.
say, what if it was a marketing strategy to like capitalize
Some
on
people
sales
do that. It
because
could
they
be.
sold
This-
way faster
Yeah.
than fucking Spider-Man when Spider-Man dropped.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It
like
did.
it might
It
be
did.
like a marketing ploy, and it might not even be genuine, because we're
I
talking
mean, who
about
knows?
admin.
We,
You know what I
who
mean?
knows?
We're
They-
talking
they
about
get-
the devils in suits.
They do get a lot of backlash because they did lie a lot of the times before the game's released. I mean, they said, "Oh, there is a scene where it shows you killing a dog. Are you forced to kill the dog?"
PETA,
and the dude said, "No,
fucking
you're not
traitors."
forced to kill the dog, bro. Tell me, were you forced to kill the dog the first time? Were you forced to kill the dog? The attack dog in The Last of Us 2.
Oh, there's attack dogs that come after you, and you got to.
Okay,
Like,
there you go.
like come on.
Oh, they
go.
force your hand.
These like
Because they said it was real emotional how you kill the first dog.
Yeah,
and
Nah,
it was
I-
like
I feel like
it wasn't that
I feel like The
emotional.
Last of Us is
No.
all
It's
about
just
like avoiding
this
conflict.
generation just fucking sucks.
like literally like
suck.
like literally it's either you kill this dog or you're gonna be watching yourself get freaking your neck ripped open
There you
by this
go.
dog 1,000
Oh, he's
times.
a-
Like
he's a-
you got to
Still,
get over
I
it.
say
It's
you
still a
can't.
dog,
I
though.
Get the
say
fuck over it.
I say you can't really say that you're gonna do something until it actually happens.
Yeah.
You can't make a decision. You can't
That's
say like
true.
that's I would do this. Like until you're actually in that
Yeah. Yeah.
position, you can't actually
yeah,
be
it-
like,
it's
oh,
your
you
life.
can't judge.
A dog
As a-
lunges at you. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, you'd have to defend
And
yourself.
and honestly, that right there, I've been watching videos of it.
And plus, if
what
you eat
just
meat,
said-
you can't be like, oh, a dog. Like
what you just
if
said,
you're
Miss
eating,
Sonya,
Like,
was
that
like
dog
the
tried to
core of the
kill me. Fuck
gameplay.
yeah.
though. Like
Yeah.
what you
Exactly.
said about like the different type of perspectives, because like you don't necessarily know what's wrong or what's right given a person's circumstance. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's
As a-
actually what they were going for. in
as
the
a
game,
human
what I
being,
saw
you
when I was
can't-
researching.
You can't fight that. As a human being, it's your
Yeah.
number one urge to look after number one.
Self-preservation.
And
You,
you also-
want to survive. It's an instinct.
it is
You don't want to
exactly.
fucking die.
So
Yeah.
also, if you
Yeah.
eat meat,
So-
like for example, you're eating cows, you're eating chicken, you're eating pork, and then suddenly you're forced to survive, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I'm just saying,
yeah.
you have to, that dog is just another animal that you have to slaughter.
Yeah.
But yo, Daniel,
Right,
like you were
survival.
saying about the whole marketing thing, like with like going back to like this Black Lives Matter movement, like something like in like the recent week that I've been seeing a lot of, like, which I really feel like it's just not genuine. Like when it comes to being genuine, like a lot of these like voice actors who are stepping down from their roles, like the man who plays Cleveland on Family Guy, he just announced that he's stepping down from playing that character, saying
Damn.
saying
Yeah.
that black
He's a white-
characters,
he's a white older-
black
yeah.
characters should be,
'Cause he's
you
white.
know, portrayed by black voice actors. The same with that one woman who plays a little black girl on Big
I
Mouth.
feel
It's
like
true because Cleveland is not
And it's
played
a-
by a black actor.
yeah,
Nah.
I
Cleveland
know,
is
but
played
I
by-
feel like
yeah.
that's
Played
a
by a
little
white
bit.
guy.
That is
of a guilty-
so ridiculous.
It is really ridiculous, and I feel
That's
like it's
pathetic.
And plus, it's like,
That's
yo,
petty.
this man has played Cleveland for the past
like-
20 years.
Right.
And now you have a problem with the fact that you're
Well,
a
yeah.
white man playing
like-
a black character.
it's like either you were bullied into feeling this way, or you felt this way all the fucking long, and now you want to.
and now you have an
from
excuse. And now you have an
Yeah,
excuse
now
to
you
step
have an
down.
Exactly.
Or what if
exactly.
this guy couldn't find any voice actors and wanted a black character for his writing, and then he created a black character, and nobody else could do the part, so he said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself." Now he's getting
That could
backlash
be-
for it.
That could be the case
Bro, he
too.
was doing this shit in his bedroom
Yo.
trying to figure
That's
this
why
out.
I
Now
said
he's got to
it's a
stop
debate.
doing a
Listen,
character.
both
Seth
sides of the
MacFarlane.
fence.
Seth MacFarlane is the shit. Like
He
he's the
really
shit.
is, bro.
He really
And
is the
like,
shit.
He's a good
how do
voice
we draw the
actor.
line? Because Cleveland is not a real person. Like
Right.
it's a
a
cartoon
fictional
character,
character. Yeah,
and it's a
mythical
guy
character.
pretending to do some voice. That's not his natural voice. He's acting. He's
And
doing,
also, I
so
can't.
like,
really,
how do we draw the
I
line?
can't. I can't really like agree when some people say, "Well, yeah, you know, bringing black voice actors will bring more authentic,
Authenticity.
yeah, authenticity
To the
to the
character?
character." But it's like the person who made this character is white.
Yeah.
So,
So,
I don't
like,
care.
All
So
I'm saying is,
It depends.
So
So
don't
if
not-
that's
so
the
don't-
case,
so-
then white power.
Okay,
Shit,
so what,
like,
if they were
you know what I'm
playing it
saying?
for for so many years, then that's different.
Yeah.
But now you are, I'm half and half on this.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that yes, in a way, yes, you kind of
Uh-huh.
do want to bring like that person to bring authenticity. Yes, I do believe in that. But if that person has already been playing that character for so many years, why change it suddenly?
It's like
So
how
I'm
many
like half
people
and
have
half
been
on it.
dying on the news? How many black people? Even Trayvon Martin was dying on the news, and Cleveland was still on
Yeah.
TV. Now all of a sudden, why? Because
Yeah.
coronavirus ain't scary no more.
Yeah.
Like for real. So
All I'm
like,
saying
what we
is-
I don't know.
It's the same
And
as
also-
black men
What we
playing as
propagate.
white men.
all I'm saying
you
is
know?
talent
Like-
is talent. There shouldn't be any color involved in talent. If you're good at
Exactly.
No,
playing
yeah.
the voice actor, then
But-
fucking play the voice
Exactly.
actor, whether the
So
color
how-
of the
At the
fucking
same
voice
time,
actor is
though,
green,
like-
purple,
and also
red.
the whole
Chappelle
thing with
can
the
play a
Simpsons
white
was
man
the
pretty
same
well.
thing. The Simpsons were saying, you know,
Nah,
we're not,
you
you know,
can't touch
we're
the
not,
Simpsons.
we're not gonna
And
have
that-
white
you know
people
why?
play
You know why I fuck with the
these
Simpsons? 'Cause they
non-white
made their characters yellow.
But it's like
They were like, "Fuck this shit. We're not gonna make them white. We're
Unless
not
they
gonna
were
make 'em
black.
anything."
Yeah,
because
that's
there were
true.
black and Indian characters who were just brown.
True.
All the
True.
The thing is, me,
Everyone
But
was
it
yellow.
can't be racist because
Real
they're
quick,
yellow.
me as a
That's some really good
Latina, I
foresight.
can only speak on my struggles. I cannot speak on the struggles of other people. I cannot speak on the struggles of Native Americans. I can't speak on the struggles of people of color. I have not lived that. I've only lived through the struggles of a Latina, and that's it. So
You are a person of color.
I only
technically.
know from my perspective, so I just sit here and I'm listening to everybody's perspective because that's how you
But
should
not-
be.
but not every
because
person
just
of
because
color
you haven't
struggle
gone
is
through
the
it doesn't
same.
mean that it
True.
exists.
See, I've been
So
called
just
a
because
spoon
you-
before.
Exactly.
You ever
Just
been called
because
a
you
spick?
have not gone through it just does not mean that it does not exist.
There it is.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I've heard it from other people. I've gone through my own struggles, not because of my color, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
freaking pretty white. Like, I look white. So it's more because
No,
as soon
you
as I start
don't.
speaking Spanish, you're right. But as soon as I start
she has
speaking
Spanish
Spanish,
features. Like, come on, you
Fuck you.
do not look
That's
like the
where
average
it
white
comes.
person. Like, come
Well,
on.
you were saying you
Let's
were
be
saying
honest.
But
Right
skin,
here,
we're
left
saying
here.
But let's
colorism
be
wise,
honest.
like,
when we talk
most
about how
likely, yeah.
Cubans look, like there's white ass fucking Cubans. My cousin looks fucking Asian.
Oh, yeah.
My
And
cousin literally
yeah.
looks Asian. We call him
because
Chino
there is
because he looks
Asians.
Asian.
Because there
You
are
know
Asians.
what I'm saying? So like,
Because
and
during
he's
World War
white. He's
during
white,
World War
and he
II,
look Asian.
just to let you know, during World War II, and after that, a lot of people from Japan and a lot of people from China actually migrated to Cuba as well as Arabic people. So Cubans are very mixed. There are a lot of Asian Cubans,
Yeah,
German
that's why we
Cubans.
got, bro. I've gone to fucking Cuba and I've seen people that
crazy.
are fucking dark
You
as fucking.
Cuban?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Cuban, bro.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
I
Puerto
swear.
Rican.
Bro, I swear, every
Yo, come
fucking
on, man.
time. I swear, every time. Nah, see the part of where
Oh,
the of
man.
where the star is on the flag. For my side is red. It's not blue.
Duh.
So
yeah, the little
bro.
triangle,
yeah,
My
we
bad,
came up
bro.
with that shit first. I'm gonna just put that on file because I googled it because some bitch wanted to fucking try me in high school and she was
Hey,
like,
y'all both
oh,
Hispanics, man. Come on.
Damn.
I know we are. Yeah,
on.
yeah, but
But the point is, just because you have not experienced it, you cannot judge somebody else because they say they,
Right.
you know, oh, have it. Oh, well,
yeah.
I haven't seen it. Doesn't matter. They've seen it. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you haven't seen it.
My old lady
So that's
taught
all
me
I
a
wanna say.
word called solipsism, which means when you don't you don't perceive anything outside of your own personality, or like other people don't necessarily exist outside of your own personality. So everybody's a projection of your subconscious, and like
That's true.
basically what you're talking about
That's
is
true.
solipsism.
Yeah, I
So,
haven't
word of the
personally.
day.
because
Word of
my
the day.
color.
Word of the
Yeah.
day. Solipsism.
Solipsism.
Look it up. That was a gross
That's
synopsis of what it means. But yo,
And you
it's
know what?
solipsism.
I just got done playing fucking Persona 5 Royal, so that just ties into cognitive and fucking like all types
bro,
of
I'm
fucking
playing Fire Emblem, bro. 3 houses, homie. Fire.
But yo,
Fire,
since
bro.
you want to get into this topic, we'll get into this topic right now. The Marvel Avengers
Yeah,
game that's coming out
bro.
soon, September 3rd.
Yeah, bro.
I honestly
And-
can't wait.
And yeah, like
I want to see
I'm
how many people.
I'm kind
I
of on
wanna-
the fence of it.
You
'cause
get to play
I'm
with
kind of
Hulk.
on the
Why?
fence.
I want
Why?
to
Why?
see.
Why?
I want to
Because-
see though how many people. So it's coming out for what console?
It's coming out. It's coming.
It
out
should be
on,
for everything.
All
Yeah,
them
for all
things,
of
man.
them.
It's
Okay.
Square
It's
Enix.
for
Square
both.
But
Enix
then the
plugged in with
Spider-Man
Disney.
game.
It's for Xbox. And
No, for the Spider-Man game,
For
it's
the-
only for Sony.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's only for Sony.
Because it's
but
Sony. Because
but-
Sony still owns the rights to
that's a tricky
to
contract.
Spider-Man.
That's
Yeah,
a tricky
but-
kind of legalese right there.
But I don't think Spider-Man's in the Marvel Avengers.
I
game.
want to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many people out there, not for you guys, but I'm going to ask like eventually the listeners,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that they will eventually sell out like they've sold out with other games to Xbox?
What do you mean?
So
Outsell?
Now with Spider-Man.
no, they've sold
they got
out
the-
They'll sell
other
out
games.
as in like give them the rights.
Eventually,
To,
like for example, if they see that Xbox is selling more than the PS,
Or like sell the rights
Yeah.
to
The,
the
So
the
will
last
they not-
the last game that
I'm
they
just
sold out to
asking.
Microsoft was The Outer Worlds, which was made by
that's on-
which was made by Obsidian, and Obsidian actually sold out to Microsoft too. So they kind of had no choice.
Yeah,
PlayStation
okay.
was kind of just like, well, you made the fucking game, dude. So yeah, I guess take it to Microsoft.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I mean, there's
Fuck
nothing
it.
they could do about it, but. It depends. When it comes
Yeah.
to Spider-Man, I honestly doubt it.
I don't.
But it's
yeah,
like-
There hasn't been has there been a Spider-Man game for the Xbox? Because
No.
ever since I've known, I've had a PlayStation 2 and I've only played Spider-Man games on PlayStation.
But it's like we got Square Enix and Crystal Imaginings and Crystal Images. I can't remember the name of the developers, but we got Square Enix and Marvel are together, bro. And both of them were. Marvel is Disney, and Square Enix is like basically like a Disney property almost, because all of the. I mean, they made Kingdom Hearts. They did Nier Automata. All of these beautiful.
oh yeah,
games.
they
Bro,
make
I'm-
if they make Kingdom Hearts, then
That's what
obviously
I'm
they're
saying, bro.
tied to
They
Disney.
doing Marvel now, bro. They got Marvel superheroes now, bro. This shit finna be lit, bro. Final Fantasy 15, say less. Come on, bro. Like, nah, we finna, bro. This shit gonna be
So
lit.
you know what's
reason why I
crazy?
say I'm
I'm
on,
dead.
reason why I say I'm on the fence of the game because it's like it's not open world
Yeah,
and
because
Oh, it's not.
nah.
yeah,
I think
no.
they're gonna make up for that with the online components, because you basically building your own
Well,
ship,
look,
bro,
let
and
me-
then
let me-
sailing around.
Let me
and-
ask
and-
you,
and
because you
teaming up.
play a lot of JRPGs, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. The reason why the only JRPG I've played is Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal is because of how amazing it is as far as the story, as far as like being able to build relationships with your confidants and shit. But so it gives you the feel of an RPG. But most RPGs that I've played that aren't JRPGs are, as far as fighting wise, I get to have my fun with it. You know, I get to like strategize as I want to. With most JRPGs,
Right.
it's turn based, like
Turn-based
Pokemon.
strategy.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a different kind of strategy game, and I get that. And I will tell you this much: I might actually get more into JRPGs
You got
just
to,
because
bro.
of Persona 5.
You got to,
Because
bro. Okay.
the
If you like
strategic-
Persona 5, bro. come
yeah,
on.
because
I gotta
based off the
Do it, man.
strategy of it, it's really. But I'm gonna just say this: I played it on hard, like my last run of Persona 5, the
Yeah.
original, and you have to really know what the fuck you're picking, dude. You either have to like know when to increase your attack and defense and all that shit, your evasion.
Bro, if
Act
that,
is-
bro, if
Wow.
you like Persona 5, the same cats, there's a game called Tokyo Mirage FE, which is basically Persona 5 mixed with Fire Emblem.
How
but
good is the
main
quality
characters?
of it?
The main character, Fire. I mean, it's your
Yeah?
classic RPG, bro. It's your
Okay.
classic JRPG. But the characters, the main characters, are idols. They're singers and pop stars and stuff, and they take on this persona of these fantasy warriors, and it is gas. If you
What?
if you like that, then bro, I'm telling
Okay.
you, I'm telling you,
What?
bro.
Alright.
And
I mean-
Fire
I
Emblem
mean,
Three Houses,
I'm
dog.
be
It's
honest,
like
man. I just beat Persona 5 Royal, and that is a pretty hard JRPG to beat because to me that shit is so gas.
Fire Emblem. Play Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is basically Harry Potter mixed with Persona 5, because you're like a teacher at Hogwarts. But like, yeah, and you got
You
like,
won me at teacher.
yo, you got like 40,
Dog.
you got like 40 students you can look after, build relationships with them, and then when you do battle, it's like chess. But you can zoom all the way out and zoom all the way in. Zoom out is like chess. Zoom in is turn-based strategy.
Bro, that's dope.
Fire Emblem Three Houses, bro. I got it on the Switch
Legit.
right now. I got Mugen with me, bro. I'll show you.
Another
Okay,
thing
well,
I
yeah,
wanted
my
to
bad, my
say
bad.
about the Marvel Avenger game, they actually just confirmed that the main villain of it is gonna be Maddock.
I'm down with
Who
it.
is that?
I've heard of
I
that name.
personally don't know. I think,
Hey
Because-
man, we got
and plus-
smartphones all over this table.
My man
but like
is like
it is
the
an acronym.
Marvel,
though.
like
it does mean
he
it's
knows
an
it.
acronym. It is an acronym.
I'm more of a
I think it's a
DC
machine
fanatic.
that was meant to just destroy.
What was it?
Let's see.
MODO.
M-O-
Oh,
yeah.
that
M-O-D-
fat ass head. Yeah, I remember,
MODOK.
homie.
Yeah. They said that's gonna be the main
Wow, this
villain
is
for it.
really hilarious.
Oh yeah, doesn't he have like a super brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, what it looks
He
like
does.
this little. It looks like Humpty Dumpty, but a
Yeah.
huge brain instead of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
That dude
Yo.
got the mushroom cut.
See, bro, hold on. If I was a
I'm
super
not even
villain, I
kidding.
would want to be like a super big ass
Yeah, the
brain.
You know
with
what's
just
crazy?
appendages, bro.
That every time I look at a Marvel character, I always think of a DC character.
Because I knew what he looked like, but I
So
didn't
what
know
DC
what the
character
fuck
does he
was.
remind you of?
He
And
kinda,
please don't say Brainiac. She was gonna say Brainiac, wasn't she?
Nah, he
I'm
definitely don't look like
dead.
I say,
Brainiac.
nah.
Lisa, no.
I'm sorry, but like it's just when you look at the
Holy
character.
shit.
When you look at
Mental
the
organism designed only for killing.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what the fuck
but-
that shit
Yeah.
is.
So, when you-
Yeah.
when you think
Holy
of a
fuck.
like at the end of the day, when you look at the timelines of a DC character with a Marvel character, I've said this before,
Yeah.
and when
They
each
stole
was
from each other.
created,
We know that for sure.
yeah,
They've stolen
but,
from each
but
other.
mostly Marvel from DC. Mostly Marvel has stolen from
I
DC.
agree because DC stories are way better than Marvel's.
No, and
The
they started
comics,
earlier,
Mike.
and the comics, but they started earlier.
yeah.
The character was
started
always
earlier.
created earlier, way
This
earlier.
shit is going to be
So there's more
Fire.
depth.
What is
so
the
there's more depth to
metahumans?
DC.
The metahumans came. Okay, I think X-Men was one of the very few, like handful, that was like kind of created around the same time,
Yeah.
where like you can't really choose. But metahumans and X-Men, they're the same shit. When you think about it,
Yeah,
Quicksilver,
I'm
the
an anime.
Flash.
True.
Okay,
Yo, what?
yeah.
This nigga can have mental control of fucking people.
Dude.
Like
That's
large
Brainiac. Oh my god.
Large-
I'm
it really is
sorry.
large
I'm
groups
gonna say
and
Brainiac.
individuals.
It really is not
Yeah, but,
Brainiac.
I mean,
I'm an
still.
anime guy, bro. So
Brainiac. Brainiac.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It really is.
I
That's
mean, I'm an
Brainiac.
anime guy, bro. This like not my field at all,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Like I ain't even
superheroes-
finna
But
pretend.
Yeah.
not only
Like-
that, but like also there is it's unconfirmed, but they are saying that he's also supposed to be the main villain for Ant-Man 3.
I mean, but can he
Really?
whip Tornado
Mhm.
from One Punch Man? I'm just
He might.
saying.
It's
She
unconfirmed.
the only telekinetic I know, y'all.
Like it's unconfirmed, but they are saying that he's most likely to be the main villain for Ant-Man 3. Now I'm
Okay.
just thinking
Ooh.
like
What about Mob
for him.
Psycho? What about he's kind of like
I
technical.
mean, but Mob not a villain, bro.
Oh, true. True.
Yeah,
true.
but he should be though. I
And I'm
wouldn't
just-
even be right.
And I'm
Yeah,
only
that-
I'm saying this to pose
Never
this
mind.
question
He'd
like
be a
do y'all really
savage
think
villain.
that with them introducing Modok to not only the game but also to the MCU, do y'all think he's gonna be? Y'all think
The
he
next
might
main
be
villain?
the next main villain
Honestly,
or not really?
I really hope so because I feel like it's a breath of fucking fresh air. Finally, like a Brainiac supervillain as opposed to some mega alien that's gonna destroy everything.
But
like,
they've
I
been
like the genius
DC's
of
been
it.
had that though.
But yeah, but
They
DC
just don't-
movies,
Y'all don't
but DC
execute live
movies
action.
Like
Y'all
Dark
really
Side
are trash.
Okay, no, hold
DC
on.
movies are
Fuck-
whack.
No, I'm not talking about.
dog.
I'm not talking about cinematic movies. I'm talking about animated movies, and in the fucking
okay,
comics.
okay,
Okay,
animated
I'll give
movies.
you on that.
Dark Side-
Animated
Dark
Animated
Side-
movies are definitely better.
They
agree.
did Dark Side real fucking dirty at Batman
In animated
versus
movies,
Superman.
or-
No, Batman
oh.
versus Superman.
Oh yeah,
They-
of course. Yeah.
They
I
did
ain't
him
seen
dirty.
that shit. I
Dark
really
Side
seen
is supposed to be a fucking intelligent ass motherfucker who takes over planets
destroys planets.
and solar system, like whole fucking. This dude
That's dope.
is, and they made him to like. I'm like,
Really?
no, he's supposed to speak, and like they
As
just.
far as the
That's
whole,
why I didn't watch it. I'm
As
like,
far as the whole DC verse,
people were saying that was supposed
Which,
to
by
be
the way-
Dark Side. Like, no, I'm not watching this.
Which,
I
by the way-
boycotted.
Hold on.
I'm
gonna
DC,
just say-
DC
Real
or
quick.
Marvel? Let's raise our hands.
Wait,
All
wait.
in favor of
Oh,
DC?
Marvel.
Let's raise our hand.
It
DC.
all depends.
DC?
It
But-
depends.
No?
It depends for me.
DC, but
It
real
depends.
quick, did you hear
It
that
does depend.
DC?
What's up?
So what they're doing with DC right now? So the news is that they have, you know how you notice how they have different Batmans.
Yeah.
Remember what I said last podcast where AT&T and all these another company bought over Warner Brothers and DC? That's why
Yeah.
they're letting out all these new things. So basically, DC is trying to
Wait, the
connect.
multiverse Batman?
So yes, so
Yo.
DC
I
is
was
trying to
hoping
get
you
all
weren't
these
gonna say
different
that.
I'm
Batmans.
just saying.
They're trying to get all these different Batmans, all these different universes, right? Instead of
Right.
saying, "Oh, we fucked up," no, they actually. This is a good thing. They're making different universes, and then at the end, it is rumored that they're going to do a Flashpoint paradox, where the Flash goes into all these different universes of Batman, and then they might, who knows, hopefully, do a Batman Beyond because they're casting.
Oh my
all
God!
these-
I hope they
That's all-
fucking
that's all I
do,
want.
bro.
That's all I want.
But that's not even
Can
rumored.
we have a
That's
Batman Beyond?
that's
That's
like
it.
where it
That's
looks
it.
like it's going,
That's
but
it.
it's
Yeah.
not
We
a
need
not a
that.
for sure
That's
thing. It's
it.
just where
We
it
need
looks
Batman
like
Because
it's
let's
Beyond.
going.
face it,
Come on.
Terry McGinnis is
Bro,
a way
was
better
a
Batman
badass,
than fucking
dog.
Bruce.
Bro,
Like, come on.
that
And
nigga
plus,
was.
I mean, Bruce
Yes.
was kind of old at the time too.
He was.
So
He
they're
was still- he was
doing
still- he was
different
still lighting
Batmans
niggas
because
up.
they
Pull
want
the
to
gun on
eventually
somebody,
do
like,
a
bro, you
Flashpoint
bet.
paradox.
I
That's
feel
what
Put the gun
it
on
is.
that
somebody.
Flashpoint paradox to Batman Beyond. I really hope that's
Yeah,
true.
that-
that
Because
would-
like
that
at
would
the
be
end of the day,
crazy.
I feel like that's a good way to save
you
up
know
all
what?
of that bullshit films
I'ma
that they
just-
release.
In fact, a
like,
lot of
my
the
luck is gonna
actors are
keep
coming
going
back.
up. Because
Yeah.
They
The
ended
guy
up
who played
making-
Superman is supposed to be coming back too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming back, and then Ben Affleck might be considering coming
Which-
back because, like I said, they bought it. They bought DC and fucking Warner Brothers. So now that they're finally getting creative freedom, they're
You know
all
what?
kind of
I'm
coming
gonna
back.
put all my
I'm
energy
not
towards
really
this
gonna,
Batman
I'm not
Beyond
really
movie.
gonna. I'm not really gonna lie. Like I really did not like Ben Affleck as
That's
Batman
why I didn't
too
watch
often.
it, bro.
I didn't like
I
him too
don't
much as
think.
him.
I think as Batman,
Well,
I think it's
no,
also-
but
Pat Robertson
as a
then.
Damian Wayne, I'm sorry, as a Bruce Wayne, he was actually a good Bruce Wayne. I think he was a pretty good Bruce Wayne. I think he was. I don't care what people say. That's my opinion.
But was he a good Batman?
Christian
No,
Bale
that's
was a better
different.
Bruce Wayne.
It's two different.
I
Christian
agree.
Bale
Oh, well,
was a
Christian
Batman.
Bale
Because when
was.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
He was.
Because when
He
I
was a
judge-
terrible
the best.
Batman, but he was a
Yeah.
good Bruce Wayne.
Because when I judge people,
Awful
when
Batman.
people
I
play,
agree completely.
when people
I'm
play
sorry.
superheroes,
No, yeah, he sucked as Batman, but as a Bruce Wayne,
Yeah,
Christian Bale
because
did a
when-
great
It would
job.
have been better if he wasn't trying to be like, don't take the boy, Harvey.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, no.
Because when you
no.
play a superhero, you're actually playing two fucking characters.
See,
It's
if,
true.
don't put me in a Batman suit
So-
because I'll turn into fucking
So-
Macho Man Randy Savage.
I gotta ask now. How do you guys feel about the new Batman that's gonna be coming out with that one guy?
The guy
Pat
from
Robertson or
Twilight.
anything
Yeah.
like
But
Who the hell
Yeah.
is that? Who is it? Who is
I
he?
think
The guy
it's.
from
I
Twilight.
think it's
The guy
gonna
from
be
Twilight.
good,
Kid from Twilight.
especially
Plays
now.
Edward.
I
But
think it's gonna be
technically,
good.
but there is said that he is a very good actor. Like outside
Yeah.
He
of
is a
Twilight.
good.
He is.
Yeah, he is a
So-
good actor.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think
not
he's
bad.
gonna do
Not
good,
them,
and he's
yo.
based off of a '70s Batman.
You
so
know
it's
what?
like
I bet he's gonna
before he
fucking
even-
nail it. I bet he's gonna fucking
Yeah.
nail it. As
If
a matter
we get a
of fact.
so.
And they'll
70s
keep him-
Joker,
and they'll,
yes.
and they'll probably
But we
keep him for
did.
like
I know
Yeah.
we did, but I
for
want
the,
one in the movie.
for the universes too.
Yeah, probably. He'll probably be the main Batman that leads
that-
into
for that one
Paradox
universe.
Flashpoint.
Which
Yeah,
reminds me,
that'd be
what do you
pretty
guys
neat.
think of from Pirates of the Caribbean? My ADD is
Johnny
tripping.
Depp,
Johnny
Orlando
Depp,
Bloom,
Johnny Depp
As
as the Joker.
I feel like he's played a lot of crazy roles in his life.
I think-
Can we give him a break? Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like
I've only seen him
I
as
think-
his real self in Secret Window.
I
I've been
feel
saying
like,
I've been wanting
honestly,
this, so I think
Johnny
it's
Depp
gonna be good.
as the Joker and Danny DeVito back as the Penguin. We got gold.
Okay, that would be good.
Ooh,
That would be
okay.
good.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
good.
Okay,
That
gold.
would
okay,
be
okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
That
gonna
would
lie.
be
That's
good.
something right there.
But I'm
But with the fact that Johnny Depp, he really gets into it with his characters. Like for him to get into Joker is a very scary thought. Like
yeah,
I
'cause
know,
mean,
you're
the
kinda like,
closest
oh.
I've ever seen him looking like his real self in a fucking movie was Secret Window, and it was a
or
horror
Public
film.
Enemy.
You
Yeah,
gotta
Public
see,
Enemy
you
too.
gotta see the Ninth Gate,
Yes.
bro. That's one of those
Okay.
90s indie films all about Satan and hell.
Oh,
Night Gate, bro.
wait a minute.
Fire, bro.
Speaking about
'Cause
that,
Secret Window was pretty out there too.
speaking about hell, Lucifer is finally being out.
Another
so
season.
So instead
true.
of
I gotta get into
doing
that,
a 5th season, which the writers were against doing a 6th season, they finally got bullied, like everybody in the internet, into working on a 6th season. And they also
Lucifer.
like, please, it's
I
a
wish
good
we
show.
could have done that for Avatar.
It's a good
Like,
show
come on.
though. But instead of 5 seasons now, right? They're
Disjointed.
thinking about a 6th season now. Instead of 10 episodes like Netflix usually
Yeah.
does, is 16 episodes. So they're gonna have part 1 of season 5 coming out August 21st, and then part 2 coming out later on.
I've never seen Lucifer.
So 8 episodes.
Should I watch it?
Yes, you should.
Me
never seen
personally,
any
you
of
know,
it.
you know
Especially-
me.
Yes,
Same here.
Should I
think
watch
you
it?
should.
I haven't
Would I
watched
like
it
it?
either.
And
How
it
dark
gets
is it? Because I
better.
like really dark shit. So
It's-
Lucifer sounds like a really dark show. So I go
Well,
based off the name of it.
It's like, okay, first of all,
How dark?
it was owned by first of all, it was in TV, so you got to remember that with the first and second
Okay.
season. So by the third, fourth, especially
Kinda
fourth season when
PG-13.
by the fourth season when they got owned by Netflix, then it started getting really, really good, and you're like, oh shit.
Yo, word.
So it's been good, but then it gets really good by like half a third season and fourth season. Fifth season is gonna be the shit. Right, and you're gonna see more celestial beings and everything. So yes.
Well, you're up
So
to season
compared to
5 now?
Supernatural,
no, not yet. Season
4?
5 comes out August 21st.
Oh, well, still 4 seasons. That's
4
enough
seasons.
to binge watch.
Yeah.
but compared to Supernatural, like, cause I love Supernatural.
see, that's my
Supernatural
girl. I never
was
watched
like
Supernatural.
all
Never
like all
watched
I've never
CW
seen that
shows.
either.
It's like it always starts out
I
really
watched
good and
Charmed.
then it just kind of goes to shit.
I don't think so.
I think every show with CW like, yeah, we're
watched
so good, and
Sabrina
then like
the
they
Witch.
get to
Sabrina, the new one, the Chilling
Yes.
Adventures on Netflix.
Yes.
Not the new one. I
Oh,
watched
the old
I
one?
watched
Oh,
like
the
the
old
old live
one.
action.
Oh, the
It
old
was
old
funny.
original.
It was funny. It was a good one. But the new one is actually really good. It's very dark.
It is. I just
Yeah.
I loved it.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sabrina,
I've never
I
seen
hate
The
it.
chilling,
'Cause I
the
did
chilling
like-
stories or the chilling
Adventures
tales
or
of
something.
Sabrina.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah.
what,
Yeah.
if it's anything
Very
like that
good.
Harley show that you told us
Nah.
about, like I watched that shit and that's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn show.
I wasn't
yes.
expecting it to be that raunchy.
Like, are
It's
you
really
screaming?
They
raunchy.
super raunchy. They curse. A lot of
Are you
blood, gory
squeamish when
shit.
it comes to satanic stuff?
I watch all dark shit. I
Yeah.
watch horror
Okay,
movies
well
most
then
of the
you'll
time.
love it. You'll
Yeah.
love it. As long
Okay.
as like Hail Satan doesn't freak you out,
Oh,
you're
no.
fine. You
But
know?
yo,
I used to be
Melted.
atheist, bro.
Okay.
but yo, real quick, you know, since we're talking about Netflix as well, too, you know, it's been confirmed that that the sequel to Chicken Run is going to be coming out on Netflix.
Yo.
What?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Fire.
Let's wrap our heads around Chicken Run. This is the film where the chickens were turning into pot pies, right?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trying to,
Yeah.
They're
When you
trying
told
to-
me this, I was like, wait, Chicken Little. And I was
Nah.
like, wait, no,
Wait,
Chicken
no,
Run.
no,
Oh,
it's
the
dark.
Yeah.
Yes,
dark. It's
yes,
dark,
yes,
bro.
yes.
It's
Chicken
dark.
Run. Chicken Run.
It is pretty dark.
I rewatched
is
it
pretty
recently.
dark.
I'm like, damn, this shit was kind of.
Chicken Run.
They have it on Netflix now. They should.
No, they got it on Hulu. It's
They
on
got it on
Hulu.
Hulu?
But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit's kind of. That was kind of dark.
Right? That rooster
Yeah.
No.
teaching them all that shit. How to
Nah,
get out?
and like,
Yeah,
nah, the
bro.
one dark like
But the
part of
rooster
it
ain't really
that
know
you missed,
shit.
He ain't
Like,
know how to
what the fuck?
fly.
Bro,
He
he
know how
was a
to fly.
circus dude. He was a circus dude. He
Oh,
used to
my
fly
God.
on a rocket.
For sure. He got blasted out of a cannon.
Think about
The
it.
one dark thing about that movie, I didn't notice until like I watched it recently. Like when Ginger tells him, "Yo, do you not see what's going on? They gonna kill us," and they all are just depressed. You see Babs just knitting a noose. I'm like, the fuck?
Yo.
That was dark.
Damn.
NASCAR, Bubba Wallace.
And I ain't never noticed that shit when I was a kid.
Of course.
A lot of hit, yeah.
Damn.
Like God.
You know what? Talking about chicken pot pies, I'm really hungry.
What,
Nah,
fuck,
but
what-
hold
what-
on, hold on.
What are
hold
they
on.
gonna make the sequel about? Because
That's
I'm kind
what
of
I'm
curious.
thinking,
Because
'cause
the ending
But,
of
like,
There-
Chicken
It
Run
was
good.
done.
Because I was saying that too when I
They
first
were free.
when I first saw it. I was like, yo, what are they running from this time? They're in a
Yeah.
field by themselves.
But it's like
Yeah.
the life of a chicken, though, bro.
Oh, you know what? That's
Think
true.
about it.
It's the life of a wild chicken now.
Always the joke, the timeless joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he has nowhere to go. That's the real answer. He has nowhere to go, and he's gonna be wrought with dangers, bro. And think about it. They started off at the gate trying to run for their lives, and they had some dude lying to them that he could save them, but he ain't know nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
He don't
bro,
know
like
nothing.
that shit
He
deep,
didn't even
bro.
know how to
Like,
fly.
I
Oh,
bet
teach us how
Chicken
to
Run
fly.
2 gonna make us all cry as adults. We'll cry when we watch it.
and it's like 20 years after, and y'all not bringing back Mel Gibson either. Like
Yeah.
There's a lot
I
of.
don't know, man. I've watched some anime.
I keep
that
saying
Yo.
it's
almost made me
politics,
cry.
it's licensing.
Like,
Like you gotta,
It's probably money.
Yeah.
who
Probably
knows?
money. They're
I
probably
think
not trying to pay
it's
him enough.
politics and it's all politics and like when characters die off on a show, it's either they're going off to start a movie,
Yeah.
or they're doing
Or they
something
got
else,
caught with
or they got
somebody's
caught with
wife.
something.
Yeah.
Like
They got
in the
caught with
ranch,
somebody's wife.
if you
Yeah,
watch
some
the show
shit.
The Ranch, what's his face? It's
Oh,
about
yeah, he got caught on
two of the
Yeah.
characters were from the '70s show, and one of them got caught with like a
And
lot
you know
of
what's funny?
rape
A lot of the characters from the
accusations.
70s show
So
made
it's like they
guest
had to
appearances.
cut him off,
Who? Not Ashton Kutcher, but the other one.
No, yeah,
Daniel
the-
Ferguson.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
plays Hyde.
The one that
Yeah.
plays
70s
Hyde in the
His name's
70s show,
Daniel
yeah.
Ferguson
But
or something
you
like
know what's
that.
crazy is that everybody except the dude that plays Eric in that 70s show has made a guest appearance on the ranch. You know that, right? And he wasn't
Yeah.
even like invited to the reunion, or he didn't go to the reunion.
I
Rather,
heard
he
he's an
wasn't invited.
asshole off camera.
He kind of is though. Like that's why ever since the '70s show, if you look at American Ultra, he plays an asshole, and if you look at other movies he's played, he just kind of plays the asshole.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor,
Who,
though. I really
He does play the asshole.
do. Topher Grace.
who the fuck played the dude in the Matrix?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the people used to
Yeah.
say back then that he
Yeah.
had like really bad BO. Like
What?
people used to
Duh.
really like
Keanu
avoid working
Reeves.
with him on set because they said that he had.
I think he's
bad
just
BO.
a hippie. He's just like free
I
spirit.
bet he did that so he
Yeah.
could keep everybody away from him. That's why he
Maybe.
slid to Japan.
I
Didn't
mean,
he-
now he's popular as fuck. Now he's
Yeah.
popular as fuck.
Didn't
you
he
know
go
what I'm
through like a
saying? So
depression at the time too
Sorry.
about his wife?
Maybe
Yeah,
that might
that
have been
might have
it
been
too.
So maybe
well,
he was like,
he
his
was just like,
wife.
"Fuck
What
it,"
happened with his
yeah.
wife is that his they were gonna have a kid and the kid died. So the wife had like a miscarriage.
Damn.
So and then he had like his family members. Like he's had many deaths. He's had like a lot of shit going on.
I don't
So
know, but while we're
But-
talking about actors' wives,
Yeah.
I just want to say fuck Amber Heard.
Who's that?
Shout out to Johnny
yeah,
Depp.
yup,
Damn.
fuck her.
I fuck with my dog Johnny
Fuck
Depp.
her.
Fuck Amber Heard.
Which is why she's not
Who's
gonna
that?
Who
be.
is that?
That's
She's
his
not
wife.
gonna. She's not
That's
gonna
Johnny
be in
Depp's
the
wife.
new
What happened to her?
Aquaman.
Well, she's abusive.
She's not gonna
And
be
she's
in the new
abusing him,
Aquaman
like,
movie
fucking
because of that,
physically and
or not.
mentally
You know,
and shit.
wait,
they kicked her off the Aquaman movies. Like DC,
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
kicked her off.
did. Yeah, they kicked her out.
Seriously?
They
She was the
canceled her.
redhead.
Yeah.
The
she's married to Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
She was, yeah.
Was married.
She's been in other movies too.
Wow.
And I honestly thought she was a really good actor, and then I found out she was a whole fucking bitch. I was like, wow, well, fuck you.
Yeah, seriously.
I fuck with my dog Johnny
No.
Depp way
They-
harder.
They said fuck this shit, like fuck you. You're not gonna be part of the Pirates of the Caribbean anymore. Like they made Johnny Depp like
She
they
smashed a fucking bottle against his face.
Yeah.
Bro, how much more abusive can you get?
yeah.
And you could hear the audio.
Johnny
like,
Depp lost a
Ooh.
lot of fucking income because of her. Like lost a lot of jobs because of her. And then finally they realized that she was the one abusing him.
Yeah.
So then they feel bad for him, and now they're like, "Fuck you." So then now she's kicked off of
That
the.
just sounds like
yeah.
nobody knows who to hate, and this man is madly in love with this woman. That's
Yeah.
the tragedy of it. He
You're
loves
told.
her
You're
so
told
much.
who to hate.
You
Yeah.
literally will not put up with that shit unless you were madly in
When
love
you're in
with somebody.
entertainment, like especially people in entertainment, you're told who to hate in entertainment.
It's like that
honestly.
sucks though, cause he loves her before he loves acting, or he loves her before himself. So
Definitely.
he's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
smashed in the face with bottles, and he still loves her. Like
It's I don't
Yeah.
call
Holding
I don't
out
call
flowers
love.
saying,
I don't
"I'm
call
here
love.
for
I
you."
think it's costumbre, which is okay, like
You're-
translation. It means
used
you're
to
used to it.
Yeah.
It means like it's a daily routine. You're just used to that person being there every day, and you think you confuse it for love.
Nah,
that's the
but-
And
hard
that's
part.
not lo- 'cause
Tolerance.
that's not love.
Tolerance.
but I-
Tolerance
Exactly.
versus love.
Habitual
Tolerance.
tolerance.
I don't know.
Costumbre, like
But-
you know.
I've been
he
through
could, like, love her
situations.
'cause,
I've been through
you know.
situations
It's not
that
the
were
same.
like rather similar. I mean, I ain't getting no bottle smashed in my face, but I've had similar situations with a crazy girl, and like I'm gonna just say this: you fucking end up getting tired. You literally end up
Eventually
not
you
giving
do.
a fuck, and
Yeah.
you're just like, well, fuck you, get
And
the fuck out of my
usually you
house.
realize you
Like,
wasted
you
a lot of
end up-
time with that person. Yeah.
Eventually, it might take years. But
He's
like,
Johnny
Yeah.
fucking Depp. He loves her.
yeah.
Like fuck that. He's Johnny Depp. He's gotta love her.
But he's he's
He's gotta-
moving
he's
on.
gotta love
Good for
her.
him. You know. All
All
right.
right.
So that's it for today, guys. And this is Tiva Nerds. We're gonna go off with our social media.
Nice accent.
Thank you.
Yeehaw.
Thank you. Thank you.
She went back on the Carol Bassett.
Only care about it.
Dang.
All right. Go ahead.
That was a Tiger King
Kaneki.
joke.
All right. So you can follow me at 9Kaneki9 on Twitter and IG, whichever one you fucking prefer. It doesn't matter whether you want to see pictures or statuses. It don't matter. Pick or just choose both.
All right, Daniel.
The smartest people choose both.
Go ahead, Daniel.
You
Go
can
ahead.
Find me
Damn,
at
Daniel.
New Plague Tattoo in our studio on Facebook and Instagram. And you can check me out on newplague.com as well.
Get some tats.
Yes.
Lisania?
Dope. He's
This is
dope.
Lisania
yeah,
La Caria
tattoos.
Martina Gonzalez. Get ready to rumble.
I love when she says her name.
And you can follow me at my professional page, styled by _Lisania or Lisania _ on Instagram. And just, figure it out for the other ones. That's it.
This your boy Eugene. You can find me on Instagram at The Esoteric Child. You can find me on Twitter at Esoteric Child. And you spell esoteric ESOTE. Fuck.
You can.
TERIC.
Yes. ESOTERIC.
That's Spelling Bee Champion. What's up? And that's
And our
it.
editor? You want to
Oh,
plug
you
yourself
can
out?
follow me on the Daniel Ortiz. I said the Daniel Ortiz, and I have
Yeah,
a
the.
photography, filmmaking, split
Yes.
image.
Yo.
Hit me up for your photos and
This is
film.
where we got our photos from.
He's
our Instagram
very
page.
good. He's
Yep,
amazing, actually. Hit him up, please.
And
Make
you-
a movie out of you.
Yes.
I
And we
will
can,
capture
you can
your
follow the whole
story.
team on TV Nerds on Facebook. Follow us on TV Nerds Podcast on Twitter. Follow us on TV Nerds on Instagram. And that's
Yeah.
the show.
And
yo.
that's it. Oh, yeah.
And
Don't
notice-
forget,
Nerd.
please. Don't forget Cool Comics and Games.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They
Cool
are
Comics and
open
Games.
now. Please
Yep.
go see them.
Please
they
support
have,
them.
I gotta go. See
Yes,
them
they have
tomorrow.
D&D. Okay, they have D&D nights. They have where you can
Definitely.
paint your
Ooh.
characters. You can paint your little,
Yep.
you know, they have a little section for that. They got comics. They got awesome shit. Amazing
never done that.
pins.
Yeah.
I bought
When
such
is
amazing
D&D
pins
night?
from them.
When is that?
I have to figure that out, actually. I
Ah.
forgot. But they do have
Honestly,
amazing
I
pins
see
that I
Oh,
people
bought
there
from
at
them.
random
I
times of the
actually
night,
reached
like,
out to him for the game.
I
like that
usually
we're
go
doing at
random
Cabo.
days of
So
the week,
yes.
and they'll be there.
Yeah,
you just
they'll
got,
be
you just
there.
got to go there and just, you know.
And then
join in.
Wednesday is game night at Kava Lounge in
Oh,
Bonita,
yeah.
hosted by New Plague. And then we're gonna be there, TV Nerds, you
Hell
know,
yeah.
July
Gabe.
8th, yeah.
Yo.
July
Every
8th.
Wednesday, guys. We got Uno, we got D&D, we got all kinds of games. That's
Oh
it.
yeah,
Nice, nice.
All right.
Alrighty, and this is TV Nerd.
we're out.
Yow.
I keep coming back to you.